Good morning. Welcome to Trust Life. November the 2nd. This is my wedding anniversary today, actually, and 20 years with my husband. Lots of things learned, lots of processes being taken care of. And we're going to talk about this, and I will actually talk about my anniversary as we talk. She says on the 2nd of November, I trust the process of life to take care of me. Do you feel like life is taking care of you right now? Are there things you'd like to change? What do you know about that you'd like to change? How do you know that the changes that you're heading towards are the ones that will be really fruitful for you and will benefit you? Let's see what Louise has to say about that. Louise trusts her inner ding with her life. It's my voice. It's my friend, she tells Robert Holden. It's an inner voice that talks to me. I've learned to trust it. It's right for me. She talks about her inner ding with reverence and love. Listening to it is a daily spiritual practice. My inner ding is always with me, she says. When I listen to my inner ding, I find the answers I need. Where does your inner ding come from, he asks. Everywhere, said Louise, being playful. What does that mean? My inner ding is how I listen to the big wisdom, she says. Is this like the one intelligence you refer to in You Can Heal Your Life? Yes, she says. The one intelligence that offers guidance to us all. Do we all have an inner ding, he asks. Every child is born with an inner ding, Louise assures him. So, weddings, anniversaries, who to marry, how to marry, our inner ding, that information. I've learned how my inner ding speaks to me. You might call it whatever you want to call it. We'll just go with inner ding at the moment. But as I've learned how the inner ding speaks to me, and through life experiences when I would get some information and I would act on it or not act on it, and life would take care of me, or if I didn't act on that inner ding, I could see in hindsight how I had some actions and some activities that I could have avoided had I listened to what I now knew was the inner ding, and how quiet that is. One of the things I talked about, one of the things I talked about is that I was looking for that inner ding when my husband asked me to marry him. Because we can make our own decisions, but that one intelligence out there does have an idea for us if we wish. Just like as parents, if you were ever a parent, you have an idea of what you'd like your kids to be able to experience, but it is their path to walk. And if they walk a path that creates some disharmony for them, we're always there to help them out and to do some damage control and help them move along. So as I was considering, I did commit to marrying my husband, and the thought that I got because of my inner ding from before that I did not listen to. But the thought that I got when I committed to saying, yes, I will marry you, is I can always get out of this. Because I knew that once I'd made the commitment and I said, okay, I'm going to step into this possibility. So an engagement process is not the marriage. An engagement process is a commitment to the possible marriage, but it's also a space in which you can say, okay, I've gone along far enough here, and now I'm seeing things that don't work for me, and so I'm going to break this engagement so that I don't eventually have to break a marriage. So that engagement process leads us into a deeper commitment, but it's still an analysis place. And so I said yes, and he knows this. I said yes with the idea of I can always back out of this if I need to. But I knew that I needed to be committed to be able to really assess to see if this path was the right one. And so I said to him, we're not going to tell anybody for a couple of weeks because I need to have my own inner ding, my own conviction that yes, I have followed my processes of, squeaky puppies again, my processes of revelation, for lack of a better word, and that I would receive my confirmation from my source that says, yes, this is an appropriate path for you to go down. And so as I worked through my own personal spiritual processes to be able to release the idea that I wanted to marry him, so and check and see how that felt. And then also step into the idea that I wanted to marry him and see how that felt, and see what my inner ding told me. And obviously, 20 years later, my inner ding said, yes, this is the right place to be. Now, as we've traveled our lives together and in 20 years, as all marriages are, it's not been a bed of roses. But that inner ding, that knowing back then, that my inner ding confirmed to me that this is the right place for me to be, it's been such a schooling place for both of us. Oh, my daughter's coming in. It's been such a schooling place for both of us. But my inner ding confirms that this is the path that I continue to stay on and continue to search and explore as this energy right now goes up and down and fluctuates. I continue to stay as a core from that inner ding that I know that this is the path that I should be on. And so I honor my husband today and my inner ding that said, yes, I should marry him, and the eternities that we have together to work out all those difficult things and all those things that aren't quite the way we would like them at the moment. But we have time and we have space and we have love. So I hope this blesses you today. Look for your inner ding. It's very quiet, it's very tiny, but it's very true. Look for it and feel into it. I love you, and namaste.